Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is 28th February 2025, the last day of February. And my name is Vijay. Welcome to yet another episode of pre-market commentary. So, for a bull, February was the worst in a series of about 5 to 6 months when nothing went wrong. October, November, December, 3 months in the last quarter of 2024, and January and February. So, 5 consecutive months, the bulls have lost if they are on the Nifty. Now, if you trace back to history, you will know it was probably somewhere in the 90s, mid 90s, when you had this 5 consecutive months of a drop in the markets, basically on the Sensex as well as the Nifty, mainly Nifty. Now, Nifty actually came into being only in 1996. So, this is a record as far as Nifty is concerned. But then you see the drop here in these last 5 months has not been as big as the drop which we saw between October 2021 to June 2022, which I keep repeating. I will do a longer series on the weekend as to how misleading these numbers are and how misleading the fin influencers are and what we should do and what I did wrong, what we should do right this time around. So let's get into today's session. Lots of interesting things today. The biggest thing is about the new Broom sweeping clean. So we have a new SEBI chairman from tomorrow. That's from March 1st. Now, usually they say a new Broom sweeps clean, which means he will do things like the new Broom RBI immediately went into action. So the market is expecting similar things because I think it was a nightmare for a lot of people under the previous SEBI chairperson, and so people expect things to be much better. And surprisingly, this lady was from the industry, so she should have known better that you can't crush the entrepreneurial spirit or the speculative spirit of the market, which she tried. She succeeded. And that's why where we stand today. Anyway, but what is important is a new broom can sweep clean, but the old broom knows all corners. In the context of Mr. Tuhin Pandey, the old broom, he's an old broom in the sense he was there in the finance and revenue secretary. So he has managed the budgets, he's managed so many things in the past. So he is actually an old broom who has been put in a new broom capacity as far as heading SEBI is concerned. So I think we can expect something good from the new SEBI chairman. So when we enter today, after a lackluster day yesterday, volumes have dropped. Yesterday, of course, the volumes increased from typical 75,000 crores, which we saw the previous 2 days. Yesterday, it went up more to about 85,000 crores. So Nifty closed flat, about 70 points from day's high. Small cap, mid cap, all declined for 4 days. In fact, small micro cap declined by about close to 2.4%. In fact, my portfolio lost 2.8% on the NAV as of yesterday. So we had a fairly bad day, but that is okay. That's par for the course. When you make money, you don't exult. When you lose money, you don't get into depression so long as you're not closed your position. So we hold all our positions with confidence. Realty was the top sectoral loser. Auto was trying to go up for 2 days. It fell down. In fact, nothing went up actually. Everything fell down. PSU Bank came down. FMCG was trying to go up. Again, that was because Varun Beverages is under target by Reliance in terms of reduction in prices of cola. Varun is for Pepsi, and I think they do it for both Coke. So that is thing. United Breweries also came down because the free trade agreement with Britain will put some dent in the United Breweries earnings. IT, of course, most bearish on. It declined for 6 sessions. And Nifty Metal, for instance, tried to go because China was doing well. That also, Metal, I think, went up yesterday. Bank, Nifty Bank went up, but that was primarily because of what RBI did as far as the microfinance and the weightage of banks are concerned for NBFCs. So that was good. Overseas markets were in terrible shape. DAX fell more than 350 points. Dow Jones fell 650 points from the day's high. It ended 200 points lower. Nasdaq fell 202.8%. Nvidia, poster boy, good results, but sold off 8%. S&P also closed 1.5% lower. Treasuries rose. Let's see, treasuries have slowly come below 4.3. It went to as low as 4.23. I keep on saying that it will break, not it will, I mean, in all likelihood, it will break 4. We should see 3.5, 3.6 was the lowest in the last 1 year. From there, it rose to close to 5. Everybody thought it will go to 6. And they said Indian markets are down because treasury yields are going up. Today, there is no, no talk of it. So I expect treasury yields to go below 3.8, 3.6. In fact, it may finally go even below 3.6 to 3.4 also. The Bloomberg dollar index went up yesterday because a lot of confusion on the China part. So Q4 GDP US went up. So this series, what has happened is Nifty hit an 8-month low. It closed down by 3%. So it is not, it is not closed by 5% or 10%, just 3%. But people feel as if the entire world is crashing around them. Nifty mid cap also hit a 8-month low. Small cap hit a 8-month low. Nifty realty is in trouble. I think the premium flats are selling. By and large, others are not happening. FMCG hits a 15-month low. It's not surprising at all. I think it's highly overvalued even now. And Nifty IT also hit a 6-month low. So there are pockets in the market which are highly overvalued. There are also pockets in the market which are highly undervalued. So the trick in the market is not to look at the mainline indices, which may give a very misleading picture, but look at your stocks, your portfolio. Some days they may, outbeat the mainline indices on the downside, like yesterday it did for my portfolio, one of the portfolios, when it actually fell down more than the market. But there are many days when it does better than the market. Auto hit a 10-month low. Again, autos are in trouble by and large because, the sales are not going up as much as what one is expecting. Nifty Energy, mainly Reliance is doing nothing. Bank has closed red this series, but yesterday's Nifty Bank is higher than what it was on January 27th, while Nifty plumbs lower and lower depths. The F&O gainers top were Jambal Fertilizers, F&O losers were NCC and KEI Industries. So that was what it was. So what we watch today is the GDP numbers which come after the market. I think it will beat the expectations. That is my understanding. The MSCI rejig, which will come into effect post-market close, which means there will be a lot of volatility in those stocks in the last half an hour. So lots of stocks are going out of F&O. For instance, Bata, Canfin Homes, big ones. The most popular ones are this Bata, Canfin Homes, CUB, and UBL. And inclusions will be Tata Technologies, Irida, NBCC, Phoenix Mill, and Torrent Power. That a lot of speculation will be there. US today is PCE inflation, and that data is what Fed looks at when they're looking at interest rate either cutting or raising or keeping it flat. So that will be an important number there. For us, GDP number will be important. FIIs and DIs, this number is very misleading because on the last trading day, that is on the settlement day, generally there is a lot of arbitrage. So when you see FIIs numbers at 557, I don't think one should get excited. I think it is purely a number which is squaring off arbitrage. So, but they continued their old bad habit of selling. DIs, though bought 1727, it is not reflected in the prices. So Trump created havoc in the market somewhere midway. First he said March, then he said April. Now he said no, it will go into effect on March 4th for the Canada and the Mexico. And same thing, additional tariffs will come into China from March 4th. And April 2, he says, is the reciprocal tariff date that will remain in full force. So Trump is creating confusion. So US markets are down. Today, Asian markets are down. And Gift Nifty is talking of a situation where we will open below 22,500. I was originally thinking the worst case scenario is break 22,500 and then go up to 22,200. I don't think even now that we'll break 22,000 because this is a pattern very similar to what we saw in May, June of 2022. Even then, that my index had broken, Nifty had broken 15.8. 15.8 was a strong support. It broke. It went broke 15.5, it went to 15.2, it broke 15.2 for a few minutes and then bounced back. So I'm expecting something like that, but people are expecting March to be worse than February. But each of them have got their own expectations. I will talk about it this weekend. So I'm cautiously bullish only. It may be stupid, but when stupid is giving me money, yesterday also we were able to make money in the market. So I don't see why I should change my strategy as on an intraday basis. And I'm not selling anything. If I get money, I'm planning to buy. And these stocks are independent of the Nifty or the Sensex. So whatever you do today, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining me.